All right, y'all. All right, y'all. This started round three, right? And now I heard a lot of stuff about this track here, so I had to do some research. And when we get to the line, I'll show you what I have uncovered. But for now, we're just gonna listen to the song, and we gonna see how we feel about it. But I heard a lot of controversy coming from this man, and because of the first bar. So, by all means, I guess let us begin.
Hey, Joyner. It's time to go home, son. It's over.
Nah, this shit ain't over. Where's Skepta at? I'm ready.
You've been gone for a minute now.
What?
You missed the shit.
Is you serious?
Time to go home, son.
Yeah. You said that you've been waiting for this. Come on, tell me how long have you been waiting for this, huh? Since you and 6ix9ine were fucking, doing foreplay with a snitch. Oh, you heard I whip crack, you're trying to stay in the mix.
Right? When you and 6ix9ine was fucking. See? I had to do some research. This is the freestyle young boy talking about, okay? Now here's the line. I even had to find the line because I don't want y'all to wait like that. This is what he talking about.
Nigga, when I kill you, I ain't running to bleed some, nigga. Oh, you wanna be some, nigga? Me and 6ix9ine had trippy red bitch on the couch. She was giving us threesome, nigga. Why you bring my name up in the first place, Tori?
So, by Joyner's own mouth. And he was over here flexing about it. Like, I mean, the girl cool, Alexis is cool, but why is 6ix9ine there? Why you? Hold on. It was crazy. Is I understand why this is such a hard rebuttal is because for much of the song, Joyner was basically talking about how he wears women's clothes. Well, you fuck bitches with niggas. Like, one hell of a rebuttal, sir. One hell of a rebuttal.
Your album coming out, you're dissing me to hype up the buzz. I expose the ignorance, man, you're lying too much.
Now, I don't agree with that because from what I heard, actually not from what I heard, what I know, Skepta dissed Joyner first. So you can't really say you're using the battle to hype up your album when you dissed him first. You started the battle, you picked the time, so you don't get to necessarily say that Joyner's using this for clout because you on his head. He's not on your head. So I think there's a little bit of, he's trying to play with perception there. Even with the whole 6ix9ine thing to a certain extent, he's playing with perception because what Joyner said was he's having a threesome with Alexis and, whatever. But it seems like the point of that was to say, they was dogging out Alexis, whatever. This is more saying that you and 6ix9ine was like this. So again, perception change. But you can take it how you either way, that mess is crazy. You can take it how you want to.
You were laughing at my accent, I was lighting you up with mad bangers. I told them please shut the fuck up, I have manners. Cosplaying gangster rappers, you think your lyrics are sexy? Cause you switch them around and rap backwards. You cap rappers, whack rappers, I smack rappers. It's war, Joyner, don't flop, you know that I ain't nice. Catch him at the night show, now he's got stage fright, you know what?
Now he's got stage fright. I like how he's basically saying, he's got better bars than these rappers. He's like, I slap rappers, I cap rappers. I like his flow right here. But again, he's talking about being gangster. And on the last track, I heard he got his chain snatched. So again, him being gangster, just, I don't know if that's true, but given if that is true, it don't really sit light with me,
Playing gangster rappers, you think your lyrics are sexy? Cause you switch them around and rap backwards. You cap rappers, whack rappers, I smack rappers. It's war, Joyner, don't flop, you know that I ain't nice. Catch him at the night show, now he's got stage fright. You know what, I spray like clips loaded. Hit him with cannons from the arsenal, he ain't seeing daylight. Or do it.
Was that a battle? That was a battle rap bar. I hit him with arsenal so he don't see daylight? Ooh. Now, y'all know I'm a Daylight fan. I never miss a Daylight reference. Hold on. That was hard. I'm talking about Cannon.
From the Arsenal, he ain't seeing daylight.
Yeah.
Hands free, no DNA. I holler at my hitman. He can hit
I holla at my hitman. Hitman holla. Oh, he's scheming. Hold on.
20 feet away, but it's a horror movie if he pulls out the shotty. You ain't scaring anybody, man. This clash was a piece of cake.
That was
you think
hard.
you see today? I'm Nicholas Cage.
And didn't Joyner call him Skeppy, and now he's called himself Skeppy? That's how you take power away from something. I like that.
Scaring anybody, man. This clash was a piece of cake. You think you see Skeppy today? I'm Nicholas Cage. Gone in 60 seconds, no minute made, but I got the juice now.
I like that. Minute Maid juice. Okay, I like how I like his bars. He's rapping good. He's rapping good. Now the first bar is honestly the hardest one out here so far. Other than that, I mean, he's rapping good. He's rapping good.
Got the juice now. Joyner can't take the pain. You lost your chances of ever being in D12, and I take the blame. It's the fashion killer. Think I need a pink polo. Drop round 2 on your release date. Oh no, took you another week to reply. You were so slow. Said you're pushing your album like this ain't promo. Remember.
Like, said you're pushing your album like this. I don't agree with that. I don't believe that diss tracks are necessarily promos for an album. I think Drake found that out, right, when he lost, and now he don't have a single #1 anymore. So I wouldn't correlate battles unless you're winning, right? Unless you're winning, which clearly Joyner had decided to push his album before he engaged with this. And to a certain degree, given what happened to Drake, it might not be a bad idea. I don't think that that's necessarily, to say that he didn't want to battle you or that whatever. But everyone has strategy. You talking about, his music is a business at the end of the day. So I don't necessarily agree with that, but hey, it's a battle.
Being in D12 and I take the blame. It's the fashion killer. Think I need a pink polo. Drop.
He says it's the fashion killer talking about I need a pink polo. I think he's still talking about that first line. He's like, you trying to kill my fashion? Oh no, see.
Round 2 on your release date. Oh no, took you another week to reply. You were so slow, said you're pushing your album like this ain't promo. Remember, this is all Drew's mad plan. Think you need to get his head checked. Need to get him a CAT scan, cause he ain't Black Sam. And I never said that you're the black Eminem, boy. I said you're the black stamp.
Okay. The problem with that comparison is, yes, I can understand you called him a black stan, right? And not Eminem. But Joyner, in some ways, has always kind of, his music has always had like an Eminem type of reference, or like maybe he was influenced by Eminem. So I feel like when you hit that bar, it almost just did the backwards effect, and you reiterating it doesn't. It's like, okay, I see what you're saying, but it doesn't change how most people feel about Joyner's music. They don't think he's a black stan, so I think that they just disagree with you, brother. I think that's really what that is. But I understand you called him a black stan.
You need to get his head checked, need to get him a CAT scan, cause he ain't Black Sam. And I never said that you're the black Eminem, boy, I said you're the black stamp.
He said you're not Black Sam, as in Uncle Sam. Oh God. That's funny. That's funny, bro.
Joke, man.
Okay.
Yo, SK. I want some blood clot boy down.
Man, how many nicknames this nigga got? Yo, SK. Yo, Skippy. How many, bruh? Stick to one name, dog. Stick to one name, alright? You streaming this in America. We barely know you, pimpin'.
They don't know it's a new day. They don't know it's on a top way into C-play. Better mind how you step, boy. Better know Meridian N1 7 don't take no chat.
I like that. It's got that. Hey.
Yeah, you must have banged your head. I saw you went onto a podcast, told them you wish your dad was dead. I can't lie, that's a madness dread, but it makes sense, I understand it now. That's why you talk about mine, your account. How you dissing my dad for holding the fam down. Yours burnt out, he left you running around.
Oh. Oh, that's cold. That's cold. By the way, I don't think. See, again, perception change though. I don't think that Joyner was saying that you didn't have a good dad. I think he was actually saying that you were raised a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like you had your parent, almost going back to like the Eminem 8 Mile. You had a real marriage. Your parents had a real. Your name is Clarence. You went to a private school. I think that's more of what it was. Like he was telling you ain't gangster, and then he was referencing your chain getting snatched. So I don't think it was necessarily how you put it, but that is funny. And that is a kind of that. Woo, that's a messed up bar right there. You talking about a boy parents now? He's like, your dad wasn't there for you, so you hate mine now. Crazy work.
Makes sense, I understand it now. That's when you talk about mine, your account. How you dissing my dad for holding the fam down.
Dang.
Yours burnt out, he left you running around. From one personality to the next. Might be Will Smith, might be a snitch, could be a racist man, might be Chappelle, cause anyone else is better than being yourself.
Damn. You're talking about how he impersonates people. I guess he's alluding to a lot of, maybe people don't know the real Joyner. Because maybe, you know, I guess he's alluding to maybe your father left you and you don't like yourself. Damn.
How you dissing my dad for holding the fam down? Yours burnt out, he left you running around. From one personality to the next. Might be Will Smith, might be a snitch, could be a racist man, might be Chappelle, cause anyone else is better than being yourself.
I think he actually did play like a racist man in one, because he was, he was like this dichotomy between a racist man, right, and then a black man that had two different perceptions on life. And I think one was like, hey man, pull your pants up and stuff like that. And I do remember the song he's talking about, actually, now that I'm re-listening to that. I know what song he's talking about, where he has that dichotomy of a racist and everything. Okay.
Will Smith might be a snitch, could be a racist man, might be Chappelle, cause anyone else is better than being yourself. I know storytelling's effective, but I like your songs from your own perspective. Like your song with M when you came out the closet. Do you, only fake niggas won't respect it.
Wait, is Joyner gay? Did this nigga come out the closet? I don't know, but that it seems like that's what this man is alluding to heavy, bruh. And you know what? I don't blame him, no, because Joyner came over here and was like, "Hey, you got women's clothes on." So now we fighting gayness with, you know, gayness. What is it? When you, I guess like, when you try to put a name on somebody, you try to make someone look bad for how they are. He's like, well, if I can't wear women's clothes, then you shouldn't be having threesomes with men. I feel like that's a fair bar. If you gonna be, you know, if you gonna talk about it, man.
Might be Chappelle, cause anyone else is better than being yourself. I know storytelling's effective, but I like your songs from your own perspective. Like your song with M when you came out the closet. Do you, only fake niggas won't respect it. I love exposing ignorance. As a child of immigrants, that's always been the plan. I don't live on the coast, I'm with a gang on the ends, and we're talking slang you don't understand. We don't make excuses when it comes to war. I'm in the booth for my birthday killer. Your first name's Gary, so you know we gotta put him in the grave like your surname's Glitter. And
That's great. I did some research on this as well, because I didn't know who Gary Glitter was. And Gary Glitter is basically, he is an artist, right? And he was really famous. And basically after he got famous, he was arrested for like videos, like looking at some stuff he shouldn't have been looking at, and he got charged. And I guess he's calling you Gary Glitter. But again, it's just talking about the you know, once you start mentioning somebody else's sexual preference, your sexual preference is on the line. That's what this is about. I don't think anybody in the music industry necessarily cares, but when you start attacking someone's sexual preference, yours is now on the table. I think it's fair game.
you don't understand, we don't make excuses when it comes to war. I'm in the booth for my birthday killer. Your first name's Gary, so you know we gotta put him in the grave like your surname's Glitter. And don't leave your girl around me, that's...
Oh, we gotta put him in the grave, too, because what happened with Gary Glitter, right? He was real famous, and then he got charged and all that stuff happened, and I'm pretty sure, you know, his career was wiped off. So
Foolish, always
that's
on
what
time,
he's
and I
alluding
thought that you
to.
knew this. I don't rock with you or your music. What's love? Fuck that, I just shoot shit. I never been robbed, you bozo. And I'm outside, see me walking dolo. If I'm
Oh, well, hey, that's what he's talking about. Joyner was saying, hey, you got your chain snatched. He said, I ain't never got my chain snatched. So he commented on this. Okay.
with you or your music. What's love? Fuck that, I just shoot shit. I never been robbed, you bozo. And I'm outside, see me walking dolo. If a man ever try to touch my chain, leave him looking like the Jordan logo.
Because it's reaching. I like that. I like that. He gonna be. I'm gonna leave him like that. He gonna be reaching for the stars, boy. He ain't gonna never catch nothing, ever. I like that. He gonna leave him like that. He gonna leave him reaching, and you ain't getting nothing. I like that. That's protect that. I like that.
And I'm outside, see me walking dolo.
He said he walking alone too. But at the same time, from what I heard, UK is a lot safer than America. You would 100% walk in UK's ghetto before you would go to LA and walk up in that ghetto with a $10,000 chain on, let me tell you. So, it's neither here nor there type thing.
Try to touch my chain, leave him looking like the Jordan logo. I didn't even need to discuss with the fans. They couldn't really see how many lies you've told. Said he hasn't heard from me since the 90s. Joyner, I was 9 years old. All I had to do was
See, I had to do some research on this line too. Skepta, I believe, was born in 1982. So he's talking about being 9 years old because I guess in the 1990s, which Jordan alluded to, he would have been like 9 years old, right? I didn't like how he referenced his age, because it leads you to believe that maybe it makes you think, well, you talking about the 90s, you weren't 9 years old for all of the 90s. Technically for the 90s, you could have been up to 17 or 18 or whatever the math is. The thing that makes this bar hit is that Skepta didn't come out with his first song, I think, until like 2002, 2003. So if you ain't heard from this man in the 90s, well, obviously you haven't. I wasn't even out back then. I didn't even make a song yet. So regardless, this right here is making Joyner just needs to go fact check. Okay? And then what's kind of funny as well is before he even went through this, I think Skepta was saying, hey, I know you're trying to get research on me, but it's all wrong. Right, which I was saying was kind of a Kendrick bar, but it seems like maybe he really done sold him some wrong info. If you didn't get your chain snatched, and some other bars are just wrong, then your validity as a reporter, I guess, is coming up into question. If you talking about I ain't heard of you since the 90s and you didn't even rap till 2002, boy, you ain't done your research. You haven't done your research.
I was 9 years old. All I had to do was post one tweet. Now you and all of your guys exposed. You should say thank you. I saw the spike in the streams. Let's talk about the highs and lows. I'm cooler than Hamilton. I travel up, pull up in the caravan.
He's basically saying, I'm helping you out right now, my little son. Dang.
And if you left the country, you might learn a lot when you spend a day in the UK with a gang. Never race in Jamaica, never fight in Nigeria, never ride your bike into a Turkish man. Never rob an Albanian, never diss a Somali, never go bar to bar with an English man. Cause I got bars that can fuck up your future. It's a fist fight, I came with a bazooka. All you could do now is watch me win. You can never be headline, you lollapalooza. Delusions are grandeur, you're lost in the source. Get back in the real world, get off the computer. Your father gave you all the gems, now you turn around saying you don't wanna be junior. That's what's...
Dang. Again, he's dissing him and his dad's relationship again. These are that. See, I would say other than the first line was freaking scathing. And then there was like a solid minute or two. I would say a solid minute in here where he was like talking, but the bars didn't land. And then he just turned it into freaking overdrive. Like now he's just disrespectful. And I appreciate it. I mean, it's a battle. You signed up for it, but it's almost like as he keeps going, it gets worse.
With a gang, never race to Jamaica, never fight in Nigeria, never ride your bike into a Turkish man, never rob an Albanian, never diss a Somali, never go bar to bar with an English man. Cause I got bars that can fuck up your future. It's a fist fight, I can win a bazooka. All you could do now is watch me win. You can never be headline, you like a loser. Delusions of grandeur, you're lost in the source.
Oh, Lollapalooza, isn't that? That's I think that's a doll or something. It's definitely famous. But he said you're a Lollapaloozer. I didn't realize he changed it.
You're lost in the source, get back in the real world, get off the computer. Your father gave you all the gems, now you turn around saying you don't want to be junior. That's what's killing black men. You said your manager's from the ends, why does he talk like that then? When you said I wish I was...
Bro, is your manager is your manager foreign? And if it's even worse if he's specifically from the UK. I mean everybody, I mean he might be Jewish. A lot of Jewish people handle numbers. So I'm not going to sit up here and say he's automatically from the UK. But if he is, it's kind of
black men. You said your manager's from the ends, why does he talk like that then? When you said I wish I was American, I was more confused than your manager's accent.
Yeah, no, his manager has to be from the UK. Hey! Oh no.
Holler back them. Chips scorch your crews duppy and smile at the pen of them live when it's time to attack them. Best in the world, better mention them, man.
Back to the money.
He's got that night he's like like it's spooky or something, boy. Full attack mode. Man.